Well, the name of the center is Texas Center for Clean Engines, Emissions and Fuels. Actually, I cannot find a better name than this because that's really tied what's critical for today's engine and vehicles.
We go from molecules to catalysts to reactors to fuels to testing and applied research. So it's really a unique environment where our students can participate in real-world applications, but at the same time do the classical basic research. And the idea was to test the fleet that the city owned to help them make decisions on how to retrofit their vehicles to make them cleaner.
I know that the city gets all these ideas from various vendors out there saying we've got something that'll make you save a lot of money on your fuel, on your engines, etc. And the TxCEF can test those things. The fuel economies, the amount of fuel spent, is a huge part of their budget, right? So every tenth of a mile per gallon saved is a lot of money for the city. And so to be able to come over here and look at fuel economies, look at emissions, especially the state of Texas and the city of Houston being on the edge most summer days in terms of meeting EPA regulations, I think is very important for the city of Houston.
Today, no engines will be sold without the emission control technology. So this is a perfect center for us to contribute. It's a total system solution.
There's so much natural gas in Texas and they don't know what to do with it, right? They know what to do. They have some traditional technologies that they're using, but it is so cheap right now that they want to come in and find new ways of using methane, the primary component of natural gas, to make anything that's more expensive than methane.
So as we look at greenhouse gas management over the coming years, methane will be of concern to the EPA. So natural gas engines emitting a large amount of methane will have to be outfitted with new technology to eliminate the methane. The real focus over the coming years will be efficiency. One way of avoiding this unsettled issue among the public on global warming and greenhouse gases is just to view increased efficiency as a good thing to do, because while we're seeing a new boom in oil and gas production, it's always a good thing to save on energy consumption.
But over the last 20 years, right, we've seen a lot of outsourcing, offshoring, things like that. What we're finding over the last few years is a little bit of whiplash. So we have all these companies in Houston coming to the University of Houston wanting to work with us, knowing that any day they can drive over here and play in the lab if they want to, can have regular meetings face to face. So there's a huge advantage.
Recently, we have very successful working with a Cummins engine company to implement what they call dual fuel system, which is produced by a company called Hythane, that basically you can add on to a conventional diesel engines, and they were able to meet EPA requirements, emission requirements, using our data. So because of the success, now Cummins and Hythane, they can start selling their big engines with dual fuel capability. And the way I understand it, this engine is very critical to the manufacturing industry now, because they are looking for ways to save fuels. By being able to use dual fuel, they can basically use the natural gas they found right away, instead of using all 100% diesel fuel.
So this natural gas thing is changing the U.S. It's changing the way we think about driving in terms of vehicles. It's changing the way we think about making chemicals. And it's completely changed everything we think about in terms of the energy that we use.